Oh, hello there. Hi,
Hey,
Taro. How are you doing today?
I'm very well. Thank you for having me on the show today.
Oh, no, thank you for taking time para estar aquí conmigo. Así que nada, welcome
Mhm.
to a Jamaican
All
Ghana.
right. It's gonna be a fun
So,
video. Oh my God.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. So, I'm so glad I ran into you. It's just been an amazing couple of weeks. Me da
Yeah.
mucho gusto saber que hay más jamaicanos aquí,
Aquí
¿no?
en
No, no
España,
sabía que
sí.
era allá. Sí.
No supe que era posible, pero bueno, estamos aquí ya. Entonces,
Sí, sí,
vamos a
sí, sí,
ver.
sí, sí. Y
Ah,
tenemos que conocer más jamaicanos, porque creo que no
claro.
están de allá, but we don't know say more people there, so we have to make like one network or something like that. So more we
Exactly.
can link up, kind of thing.
That's right. That's right.
So which part you live Spain?
Well, right now, me I live in Valencia. It is
Uh-huh.
on the east coast of Spain,
Right.
and this is they said that it is the third largest city in the country. So
Mm-hmm.
they have metro, they have everything that you want, everything that you need. So I'm very happy. But also have beach as well, so you can go swimming in the water and play with the sand, thing and thing.
Uh-huh. Me have to go come and
hmm
come look for you. Me have to go come look for you because
See, yeah.
uh, perhaps we should also say to tell people that vamos a estar hablando en
hmm
español.
hmm
Afterwards, we're going to just patois, and of course,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
also be talking in English.
yeah.
Okay, so for
Might,
you,
might as well say we're trilingual, isn't it? Patois Jamaican and
that
English, well, not Jamaican, Patois English
patois.
and Spanish.
So, do you know, we use different languages to the situations we're in. I want you to tell me, cuando hablas en español, when you speak English, like the proper English, and when you talk out the patois, what situations do you use the three languages in?
Here, you mean,
Yeah, no, in
or general?
general. Like you know when me vex, I'm in a bad mood, the patois just come out. Me can't control, and that's what me can't control. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
when I'm being
Yeah,
standoffish, I tend to be a bit
yeah.
more sort of like, no, I'm not with you on that one, sort of thing. So when do you use each language?
It's very similar situation actually. Obviously, I can only use the Patois with certain people. Um, so yeah, I guess with family or friends who
Uh-huh.
obviously know how to speak Patois, then it will come out if I'm actually extremely happy or angry. That's when the Jamaican Patois comes out. With my English accent, I mean, this is my standard English accent, but I find that if I meet people for the first time, I kind of posh up a bit more. I go a bit more, yes,
Yeah, let's
yeah,
be formal.
yeah. Or sometimes if I'm really embarrassed, I go really posh as well,
Oh,
which
okay.
is weird. Yeah.
All right.
Um, and then the Spanish, I mean, whoever can speak Spanish, I'll speak Spanish with them. But what I have noticed recently, I don't know if it was going to be one of your questions, but sometimes some random Spanish words pop out when I speak English. So it's kind of embarrassing when I speak to people back home. So they're like, what? I'm like,
You're like,
yeah.
yeah, let's. Perhaps
Mm,
the same thing that happens to you is the same thing that happens to my son happens to you. My son will be
hmm
talking, and all of a sudden he'll say something. He'll use a Spanish verb in English, and I'm looking at him like, uh, "You do know
Ah,
that that's not an English word, right?" And so,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
mix it up a little bit. Anyway,
hmm
the next thing we did want to talk about are this. It's all about cultural identity. Our language is such a massive part of us,
That's right.
core part of any cultural ethnicity, your
hmm
language. And
Yeah.
so, um, do you think we have, I wouldn't say a problem, but an issue when, for example, as Jamaicans, we move to another place? Do you think we lose a little bit of that, of our language, perhaps because we don't use it as much?
Okay, specifically the language is possible to lose it, because obviously, it's complex, but yeah, even though it may be your native language, you can fall out of fluency, I guess, because your brain is trying to compensate and it's trying to prioritize what's necessary when and where you are. And even with English, like sometimes I feel like I forget the bigger words, or you know what I mean, when it's similar words and that word's supposed to be used for that. Even sometimes when I write, I make mistakes. It's like sometimes you need to write like there they are, or that's theirs. Sometimes I reverse those. I'm like, oh my god, I've made this like fundamental mistake. But it's scary, when you stop using it and then you kind of start to lose it a bit. I think it is possible.
All right, I'm gonna share a situation with you.
Okay.
When I was about, I don't know if it's maybe about 19 or so, I go back to Jamaica after a long time in the touch of Jamaica, long time, years. And I go back now and see me, yes man, me come back a yard, me go talk. And then me start talking and me feel good about myself because a long time me no talk patois, and me feel like me da home again. Me can't be myself.
Back home.
Yes. Yeah. So me start talk. And my auntie look at me and say, no, don't talk like that. Stop. Fit you. Fit you. And I was like, how do you mean? No queda bien. It doesn't suit you. And I'm like, that's me.
What did you respond in your English accent? What do you mean?
No, I was like, I can't remember now, to be honest, but I was quite
maybe you
hurt.
Did.
I was quite hurt because I just felt, wow. You're telling me not to be myself. Do you ever have that situation where you feel uncomfortable expressing yourself, either in patois or in another, in either in Spanish or English, really?
Okay, with the patois, sometimes yes, because people have often said to me that my patois, I was going to say a veces, oh my god, a veces mi patois, jamaicano, no está bien dicho. Like my Spanish patois. Oh my god, this is the problem I'm gonna have.
We are mixed up like.
My Jamaican patois, some people say that it sounds like a mixture of two islands, maybe, or I think that my patois, maybe it's like an older generation patois. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. I don't really speak like the young uns, And I was speaking to my sister earlier, actually, and I said that I used to be addicted to watching the Desmonds. It's like a program that used to be in London or in the UK, and I think there was a couple of islands. So what island was Pork Pie from? Do you remember?
Okay, I don't know. Maybe Saint Kitts are Saint. One is smaller island them.
I think. And I think my accent is kind of influenced by a small islander.
Maybe.
And also, I mean, my mother's side is St. Lucian, so they have a slightly different accent to Jamaica. So sometimes I do feel like, I'm being judged, or I know sometimes when I use the patois, there are sometimes I don't know how to say a certain word in the patois, so I might just use the regular English. And I try to put an accent on it, but then I think actually they wouldn't have used that word. The whole phrase would have been in a different way.
That's true.
And then after the fact, you're like, oh well, it's too late now. They heard me.
But
you're from foreign.
Foreign boy. Anyway,
English,
I tell you this.
as they say.
True. But no matter how you talk, no matter where you do, somebody always gonna judge you. You're always gonna get judged. Te van a juzgar. Haga lo que hagas. No puedes complacer a todos.
Claro.
if you live for pleasing other people, well, you're not do nothing good because you have to try to please yourself at the end of the day. No?
That's right.
Right.
For example, like I always say, that's right. So, like I have the at the end. A
Yeah,
lot of people don't have that, but I did watch someone's video. They shared it from Instagram, and there is one accent in Jamaica where they do have the at the end.
yeah,
So we need to investigate why or which part has
yeah.
that accent.
Okay. Hay muchos sitios en Jamaica que el acento es muy distinto. O sea, mi
Claro.
abuelo venía de Manchester, ¿vale? My grandfather in come from Manchester. And then my granny come from Clarendon. And
All right.
me ban a Clarendon. Me ban a Clarendon. So them used to say you chat bad. You chat like a country you come from. You know, like Vienes del Campo. You come from the countryside. You're not like a city girl. But then you got Kingston or you got Mobile, Montego Bay. And they speak completely differently. You know, different parts of the island. The patois different. So if in the island's really small. So imagine when you leave and you're traveling. Of course, vas a tener una mezcla de acentos, entonaciones, de what people want, what they want.
Yeah.
A mí me gusta cómo hablas. Fíjate.
Gracias. Pues contigo es más fácil porque pues eres jamaiquina de verdad, de la pura cepa, pero estabas viviendo afuera. Entonces es como estamos casi en la misma situación porque estamos extraños. Como dicen cuando we are like, we've been away from the country for a long time, so we're kind of in the same situation.
Sí,
you know
somos
what I mean?
como foresteros, ¿no? Ya no somos de ahí.
Viajeros.
Sí, Tan Linda dice, you must have been devastated, Miss Tush. Yes, me did vex. Me not gonna lie. When my auntie tell me, say, suit me, like, you shouldn't speak like that. I was devastated. Where she come from? Where she come from? Me sorry.
Yeah.
But me a bonafide Jamaica. Me no business how long me outside country, because remember that Chapelton when me little, I run in a rainwater and in a mud, me a climbed. No, sir, you can't take that out of me. Jamaican true and true. And if you're gonna try to take that from me, I'm gonna listen to you. So have your opinion. Tu opinión es tu opinión. De la misma forma que tú, Tyrone, tú hablas, ¿no? Como tú hables, ¿no? Tú hablas como hablas. But what you can't do is change. See, and if someone don't understand that, if them don't understand that, I feel them problem.
That's right.
Yes, we have and true. If you travel and you live in an island again, you're gonna speak it the way you speak it, and that is it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry.
They should be proud that we're at least trying to hold on to the culture that we have. Because some people just move and they just forget it. They're like, oh, well, I've been living in the States now, I'm American, or you know what I mean? So at least we're trying to keep it going.
Absolutely. And you pass it down to your picnic them and your picnic them. Because when you think about the history of Patwa, that makes me proud. Estoy muy orgullosa. Estoy orgullosísima de mi gente que han sobrevivido a encontrar una manera de comunicarse. Para mí, yo no quiero perder eso. It's a legacy. And nobody can tell me enough to talk it. Nobody can tell me enough to talk. I can talk it good. Because I feel, I see myself.
And it is our language. It is debated, but it is a language. It's our language because everyone else has their own languages. So, why can't we have our own language?
Yeah.
So, I used to be jealous of other people, and then I realized that actually I've got Jamaican Patwa. Actually, that's my language.
Yeah, no tienes que envidiarle a nadie.
Para nada.
Hola, Luchi.
Sorry.
Yeah. You have any word in Patwa where you really love that you don't like to share with people? and then you can say something, and then me can translate that in Spanish or in English or whatever you like me to do.
Oh my God, now my mind's gone blank. Maybe just phrases, yeah. Maybe you can give me some. Maybe you can give me some patois phrases, and I could try and translate it. Maybe I translate it to English, and then maybe translate to Spanish afterwards, just for the people.
Me like that a lot. All right. Make us start off with just words, okay? One easy one. I must see dopey. You see dopey. What name dopey?
Okay, dopey means ghost in English. Ghost.
Y en español, claro.
Someone is there, Pantomina. Hey, she's one of my subscribers actually.
Hola, Pantomina, ¿qué tal?
Pantomina. Excellent.
¿Qué pone?
¿Quieres poner su comentario en la pantalla también, no?
Sí. Hola, Kiki.
Kiki.
Sí.
Yo sé Kiki también. Sí, estoy suscribida a ella.
Yo también.
Ella es un políglota también. Políglota.
Videos muy chulos.
Qué
Hola,
bien, oh my God. Comunidad. Comunidad.
Hey, big up yourself.
Nuestra gente.
Big up Tan Linda again. Me love her. Me love this woman too, because
that's a nice name.
Jamaican group. We have one Jamaican group with people from Spain and Tan Linda in there. My same family mix. My Pash mom from Manchester, airport accent, and my dad from Clarendon. Big up Clarendon. Clarendon forever.
Sister. That's amazing.
Larks, easy, sir.
Wow.
Yes, Este es tu amiga. I hope you'll be able to understand. I hope I'll be able to understand everything. She's why?
Yeah.
We're doing a bit of a mix.
Yeah, we're going to keep it basic, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Tyrone with him Pash self. I got to explain everything.
Yeah, I was accused of being super posh the other day. Someone imitated me when they did the review of one of my other videos. They're like, "Oh, you should have subscribed and clicked the notification button." And I was just like, "My English isn't that posh, sir. Sir, respectfully, sir."
Yeah. But eso que las palabras.
So dopey means ghost in English, and in Spanish it means fantasma.
We're here to teach.
Yeah, fantasma it sounds like phantom, because Phantom of the Opera. So that's a good connection to English that we could remember sometimes.
True.
Yeah.
Do you think this? Like I don't know if it's like them old time patois or them old time Jamaican people, because me used to remember how my grandfather used to talk, and then when me used to stop and translate it back into English, it sounded like really posh English. Like I can't think of a sentence now. Let's see. Like if you were to translate something simple like "Don't bother me don't in a mood," or "Don't bother me no in a mood." Translate that to English, like. I think it would sound really posh if you try to use the exact same words. No bother me no in a mood.
Do not bother me. I am not in the mood.
Yeah,
like that. It's very formal, actually.
Yeah. I do feel like if you do that,
it's like old English.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so I find that for lots of words that you get that. All right. We are got off at the real.
Okay, yeah. Next word.
This one in Spanish, okay?
Right.
Me soon come.
Are we there soon?
Eso es.
More or less, yeah.
Pronto llegaré. Yeah? Pronto llegaré.
Me soon come.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Me soon come, man. Me soon reach. Me soon come.
Yeah, it's like don't worry, me soon come. I think normally you say it when the person's a bit like anxiety stricken. You're like, no, by the way that me soon come. All right. Yeah. Calm yourself. Me soon come. Calm yourself.
That's right.
Yourself. Some people say yourself because the TH isn't often there, isn't it? With Patwa.
Yeah. And do you notice one thing that we do as well in patois? Me do it enough. When we want to say something in patois, we will repeat the word loads of times. Like we want to say a lot and just say.
There is a reason.
Why?
It's like emphasis. So do you know in Spanish when they put the que before a word, it's I think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So can we give an example of it in patois? Like im tu chatty.
Yeah.
For example.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, chatty.
Because im tu chat, I don't think it. Can you say that like once? I don't think.
You can say it, but chatty is like like putting more of an emphasis.
Im tu chatty. Yeah.
Or
im chat too much or im tu chatty.
Chatty.
Yeah.
Or another word that we used to put emphasis on, I think, on things is like bad. Like like me love you bad. I say a lot. I don't know about you. Me love you bad, and you repeat bad enough time.
Yeah.
You do that?
I think that's maybe, like you said, it might be a different parish or a different region, but I am aware of that way of speaking patois, but I've never used it like that.
Okay. Maybe rub off on you soon because me always attack about that. Enough.
Yeah.
Love you bad.
Yeah.
I say I think it's quite common. Maybe a Clarendon thing. Repeating.
Yeah. Can you actually do different accents within Jamaica or just your own?
Do you know? I don't know. I've never tried. I've never tried. You know, uptone. But no, me now, I'm not even going to try because I'm going to get slated for this.
Okay, first of all, when you say uptown, what does that actually mean for the people? Where was that referred to?
People who live in Kingston or the nice areas in Jamaica, the nice places in Kingston, and they sound quite posh and, you know,
maybe
uptone.
TV, like news kind of broadcasters, patois maybe?
Yeah. I just stush people. You know, when they say somebody stush, what do you mean? Can you explain what stush is?
So we do use it in London actually, and it's just stush is when someone, they look down their nose at you. You know, you know what I mean? They don't really want to get close to you because they think they're better than you. Stush. Yeah.
Like un poco pijo.
Eso.
Es un pijo.
Pero en patois dicen como storches. ¿Es así o no? Storches.
It was tortious. Tan Linda, what you say about tortious? You use tortious? Tan Linda, and Dede. Let's hear what she said. Because she know everything. Tan Linda.
And when you said Dede even has to be translated. Well, how would you translate Dede?
It's there. There.
There.
Yeah, it's there.
She is there. He or she is there.
Yeah.
Over there.
She Dede. Him Dede. But because if I'm here, me there.
Osanyemi's in the house.
Hey.
Excellent.
Is that one of your peeps?
Yeah.
Oh
my God. Support, you know, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Community. Okay, and them for plural. Yes, true. Tan Linda, true. Is there Dede? Yes. Foot them, man. Where she said, foot them. Man them. Yay them for plural. True. Them.
Yeah. And what about this thing as well? Sometimes we say uno, but I saw someone else write uni or something like that. Is there like a moderation for uno?
Listen, me no want to criticize nobody because as me say, you can come from one place and you can talk one certain way, and then somebody else come from another place and say something what me never hear in my life. So me no want to say nothing, and then so maybe who knows? And then, you know, the more languages you speak as well, maybe you just mix it up like me and you. Sometimes we mix up what we are saying.
Because I think uno, maybe uno is plural for you, like you and whoever's with you. and then
Vosotros.
you just say yo. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yo would just be like yo, or uno
You.
is like you and her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you look
I think
good,
that's how we use it.
as in, tú te ves bien.
Mm.
Uno look
Mhm.
good. Vosotros os veis bien. Like, you guys
Sí.
look good. Yeah, so
Mm.
definitely plural.
Yeah.
Yeah, uno.
I like uno. I like uno.
Uno.
It really sounds like authentic, like traditional. Like, it doesn't sound like English at all. Like uno.
Yeah.
You know?
If you go down a list, right? You have me, there, I am here. Me there, you there, you're here. Tú estás aquí. Him
Mhm.
there, or she there.
Mhm.
We there,
Mhm.
uno there, like uno there, like you plural,
Mhm.
and then them there. Yeah. See, we have
Yeah.
that conjugation just like any other language.
Mhm.
So that's
Right.
a good thing. All right.
Don't test
Paris.
us, you know what I mean?
Everyone, Paris. Okay, we're gonna give you one next word. I love this word because we use enough. Everybody know this one. But just in case there's someone who doesn't, wagwan. If somebody don't know that, me go. No, everybody know that. Wagwan.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like what's up, basically. What's up?
Yeah.
What's going
What's
on,
up?
basically. Yeah.
¿Qué
How's it
pasa?
going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muy bien.
¿Qué tal? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo
¿Qué
van?
pasa? Yeah.
Yeah.
You have like a slightly Latin American accent. Do you get that, or is that just me?
No, I'm told it quite often, actually.
Okay.
Although I do feel, well, again, it depends who I'm talking to, because I was
Uh-huh.
speaking to someone earlier, and I felt like my accent went really like Spanish, like Peninsula Spanish. But
Yeah.
then if I speak to someone else, sometimes the more Latino sound comes out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if my brain is started to maneuver the
Yeah.
in the Spanish world as well, like I do with my English. But I'm excited if that is happening. But I am conscious that now I do use the thetheo a lot now. I never used to use the thetheo.
Yeah.
I don't know if your subscribers know what that is, or you've taught that.
Well,
thetheo.
they should, especially if they watch from England, because, well, actually, there's sometimes we don't cover stuff like that. You can explain. Do you want to explain to them briefly, or shall I? I don't mind.
Maybe you should, because you're the teacher,
Okay.
like the Spanish.
Right. So it's their C's, the Spanish C's and their Z's. They tend to pronounce it more as a th. So instead of saying a word like zapato with a Z, zapato, it's written zapato, but they would say zapato. So the position of your tongue, it's like a th, isn't it? Our th, zapato. Yeah. So it's that's basically what it is. It's that sound.
And traditionally, everyone thinks, if you're from Spain, people think that you have a lisp, but this thetheo thing is not widely known. It's not commonly known. So Spanish people do not have a lisp. They can pronounce S sounds perfectly well.
Yeah.
As you said, there's Z, as British people say, or Z, as Americans say.
Yeah.
So the Z and C's. The thing is, with the C, it's not always a th sound. It depends on the next vowel, I believe. If it's an A afterwards, then it's.
If it's a I or a
Like
if it's an I or a or a E.
I was going to say cabeza.
I or a E. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then it's normally a th sound. So for you that cena, because if it's an A, it becomes ka. The C becomes ka if it's an A. Like, yeah, cafe. It wouldn't be cafe. So it's an I or an E.
Yeah. This is something I just had to learn these things by myself, because I never had a Spanish teacher. So
you didn't.
When I found out that you taught Spanish and you are Jamaican as well, and you lived in the UK, I was just like, oh my God, this is just amazing. Like everything in one.
Yeah. No, it's
So
brilliant.
yeah,
It's brilliant.
mi
It's brilliant.
cabeza, you know, estaba de vuelta because, you know, yeah.
Yeah. But going back to what you were saying about your accent, I really do feel though es Caribbean, es lo que llevas
Mhm.
dentro, eres caribeño. Entonces, yo creo que has cogido a lo mejor latino porque a lo mejor es más fácil. Yeah? Maybe it's easier for you and it sounds more rhythmic. Do you think that's a possibility?
This is what I used to say. Yeah, because initially, I'll let you micro story. When I first got obsessed with Spanish, I actually got obsessed with Cuba. Okay,
Ah,
and I used to watch movies with subtitles, and then later on, I met Colombian people,
right.
and then afterwards, I discovered people from Puerto Rico.
Mm.
And then finally, I started to interact with Spanish people from Spain and then
Okay.
go on vacation to Spain.
Yeah.
So, as you said, I do believe in that point also about Caribbean neighbors, el ritmo, you know, the rhythm of the Caribbean Spanish is easier.
Yeah.
And I think that coming from a Jamaican patois background, the phonetics and the rhythm is more natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I notice a lot of African Americans, they tend to learn Dominicans Spanish because I just feel the same way that with the Ebonics and the African American vernacular, maybe the Dominican Spanish is easier for the African Americans, maybe. Do you know what I mean?
A lo mejor, sí, a lo mejor.
Sí.
Sí, sí. ¿Me oyes bien? Es como que te oigo cortado.
Sometimes there is a little echo.
Sí,
I'm not sure.
puede ser. No sé qué puede ser. Pero da igual, seguiremos.
You don't have two windows open, like one is YouTube, one is StreamYard?
No, solo tengo...
Solo StreamYard?
Sí.
Okay,
Only.
fine.
Yeah. But yeah, saying tan linda, talking about Cuba, a mí también me encanta el acento cubano, pero hablan súper rápido. Do you not find that? Or do you find them easy to understand?
For example, you had a guy on your channel, you was at a coffee shop, and he was speaking quite smoothly and slowly, but I don't know if he did it on purpose because he knew you were a foreigner. But
no, he always speaks like that.
Actually, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe because he's older.
Perhaps.
Velocity.
Yeah.
The ones I used to have an issue with was Argentine people and Venezuelan. I think Venezuelans speak very fast in general.
No,
I don't know.
For me, it's the people from La Dominica República. Es que they speak so quickly and their vocab sometimes is a little bit complex for me. How do you find it?
No, I prefer the Puerto Rican Spanish. Dominican, I do struggle sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
No tea, no shade.
No, queremos a todos. We love a language, and that's why. Well, actually, yeah. And actually, did you know that in Jamaica we have a culture of Spanish? Do you know where that culture came from? Yes. Spanish used to be the Spanish did used to be in Jamaica at one point of time. Yeah.
Yeah, because they discovered Spain first. I mean, they discovered Jamaica first.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there is a place called Spanish Town, which used to be the original capital of Jamaica, didn't it? But that's not even an original name. It had a different name, I believe.
I don't know, but I know that Jamaica, when it belonged to the Spanish, se llamaba Santiago. It was named Santiago. And if you go to Jamaica now, you will still see places with Spanish names.
Wow.
Ocho Rios. We always go to Ocho Rios. Me encanta Ocho Rios. And you have Savannah La Mar. Can't think of any more now, but there are places that retained their names. So and when you talk patois, sometimes you hear some little something yes so and this so and this. So they say, oh, maybe that could probably come from Spanish, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes if I'm speaking patois, sometimes a Spanish word will slip out because, like I said, the phonetics are so similar. It's just like, oh wow, I didn't expect that to happen.
Absolutely,
You've got to be
absolutely.
conscious. Yeah.
What Kiki said today. Can you see that from Kiki? Okay.
As the only African American on the chat, lol, allegedly, I think it's something about Dominican Spanish that seems attractive. Maybe it's because they shorten words. That could be an attractive feature.
Yeah.
It's more melodic. Maybe it's easier because the words are shorter. Because real Spanish, I mean, they do have a lot of long words. I struggle with syllables in Spanish from Spain. It's not a joke. So
we all struggle with something.
Yeah.
I met a few Jamaicans in Cuba.
Okay.
Tan Linda, lad, me want to travel as much as you. You're all over the place. Carry me with you next time. When them open up the plane at the airport, carry me in your suitcase because me don't have no money. Carry me in your suitcase because you go everywhere. I love that. Me love a good traveler.
Yeah.
Santiago. It was cold. You know about Nanny. Yeah. We used to learn about that in school. Obviously not school in England. Porque estuve un rato en Jamaica yendo al colegio. Así que unas cosas sí que me acuerdo. ¿Puedes leer tú eso, Tyron?
Okay, in Spanish. Oh, no, I'm shy. Porque el hacer mi compadre, mi pinga o camos pa'lante.
Camos
Is that Dominican Spanish?
Me
Can you translate that? That looks like Dominican Spanish.
What's asere? I don't know what asere is, but I've heard it. Mi compadre, mi pinga. O camos pa'lante. I can't do the accent.
O camos. What does camos mean?
Caminamos pa'lante, como seguimos pa'lante.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Clarifica esa, por favor, esa frase. We don't know.
Yeah, translate that, and we're going to share it on the screen for everyone else to understand.
That's Hugo Alcaraz. Hugo, tradúcenos eso, porque estamos un poco perdidos con esa región. Pero hacer, I think, it's just probably one of those words that you use, like in Spain, they use vale for everything. Vale. Like an overused word. Perhaps I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? See, that's why me love. I said a friend. Me love you. That's why me love you,
Oh, thanks, Tan Linda. Excellent. Yeah, translator in the house.
Friend, me. Yeah.
So is that Dominican Spanish, Hugo? Is that Dominican? Que bola hacer. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I think Jamaica. I think Cubans say bola, don't they? I think I learned that. Does bola mean like I thought it meant like gossip or something like that.
No idea. No idea. And to be honest, I do try to find people to come on the channel who are from all over. But I do feel that porque ellos saben que soy angloparlante, them don't talk or them don't normally talk with them one another. So them no use the same word. So then I don't really learn the same expressions porque están hablando más sencillo, ¿no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peers.
¿Ha dicho Hugo? Peers. Clarifica. Peers. ¿A ti te suena? I'm sure he'll get around to
Yeah.
telling us what that means.
Yeah.
Me, I was talking
I
to
guess peers in general.
okay, so I was talking
Like
to
people.
this girl the other day, and all of a sudden she comes up. She's telling me a story, and then she was like, "This is a patois expression." Let's see if Tan Linda can explain this one to everybody.
Mhm.
And she had gone, and after about 10 minutes, appear ass dead and cold fat. Ass dead and
Oh
cold
my
fat.
God.
What that means? you can tell us either in English or in Spanish. We don't mind. Just type it down there if you know what that
All right,
means.
say
If
the
you know
phrase
the
one more time, like slightly slower.
sorry.
Say the phrase one more time, slightly
Okay.
slower.
Ass dead and cold fat. Ass dead and cold fat.
Okay. Ass dead and cold fat. So when it says ass, is it like bottom or is it the actual animal, the ass?
No, es caballo.
Okay.
Horse, ass dead and cold fat.
Okay. To me, it sounds like the person's kind of stating the obvious, maybe like because cows are usually fat, so it's like, well, ass dead and cow fat. Like, tell me something new, something like that. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
It's funny. Yeah.
Ass dead and cold fat es cuando estás hablando puras tonterías, ¿vale? O estás haciendo como excusas, ¿vale? Estás hablando de una cosa que realmente no va así, ¿ok? Tonterías, ¿ok? Estabas hablando tonterías, ¿ok? Le estabas alargando. Ya make up your nice and and get to the part, the point. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make
Hugo
up your
said,
noise.
"Perdones, vamos."
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, okay. Pa'lante.
Que bola.
Okay. Sorry, what was okay. So Kebola is like what's up? It's Cuban expression. I used to hang out with Cubans. Lloyd's in the house.
So I think I was almost right.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I thought it meant tell me the gossip, something like that. Que bola. Yeah.
We need to get some young Cubans on. If anyone knows, we need to get some young Cubans on to teach us some Cuban slang and some Cuban expressions.
Contemporary slang.
Yeah. Because
it's always changing, isn't it? So
sorry?
Yeah, because the language is always changing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Can you read what Tan Linda said?
So it's a long thing, long story. Wenogoso.
Inogoso. No va así.
Okay.
Mentira. Un poco inventado.
Yeah.
Me encanta que tenemos aquí jamaicanos. Okay, me da mucho gusto.
And it's funny because in London, like sometimes they just say that's long. And I think it comes from patois, say, oh no, that's long, So we'll use it in a way like, oh, do you want to go to the cinema at 9? Or, oh no, that's long. Can't bothered.
Yeah, that's long. Long time.
Long.
Okay. Right. Okay, one more something I'll give you.
Okay.
This is easy actually. We didn't have a whole list, but I'm gonna give you this one. See if you know what I mean. Good friend better than pocket money.
Good friend
better than pocket money.
Pocket money. Okay.
Pocket money. Good friend better than pocket money.
Because I was gonna say pocket money. Pocket money.
Just pocket money, man.
Yeah, it's just store me uptown in it, so. That's me roots them. Why?
Go look for them. We're going to Jamaica. Come, we're going to Jamaica next year if they let me on the plane.
I mean, if you go back home.
Absolutely.
Good friend better than pocket money.
Yeah, man.
So it sounds like friends are worth more than money, maybe?
I would
Good
say that.
friends. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, right. If you
Yeah.
have
Or you could
good
switch
friends.
it and say friends. Yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
make it al revés. It's gonna be like, friends are
Yeah.
worth more than money. Yeah. Value friends more than money. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're lucky if you have good friend in the world here, because this world here, easy. If you have some good friends, you're right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes, love. Good friend,
Todo el
better
mundo
than
tiene que
money.
tener una pandilla, ¿entiendes? Todo el mundo necesita su equipo o pandilla,
Eso es. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Amistad
yes.
es muy importante.
Yeah. And the translation, we have some them silver, some them gold. Some silver. Yeah, I true that. Yes, I true.
Okay. Second
Friends are
place.
worth more than money. Yes, no. I true.
Are
So
worth more than that's it.
they always say if you can count 5 good friends where you have in a life, you're lucky, lucky, lucky. How much friend you don't say? I mean, not just friend where you pick up your phone and call, but friend where say if tomorrow you wake up and you find yourself you don't have nothing forgot, you don't have no house, you don't have no car, you don't have no money, you don't have, then I say, come, my door open, night or day, come and stay with me, because we are like blood. How much somebody in your life have when say wouldn't did they feel like that? How much? Maybe that was a bit too long.
De verdad, tal vez, quizás 2. De
Pues,
verdad.
yeah.
Yeah, sí. Pues tal vez 3, pero la tercera, él es como un poco mareado, entonces a veces tiene mi lado y a veces no.
Yeah.
Pero sí, de verdad, 2. Yeah.
Sí. Pues eso tienes suerte, porque la verdad, cuando pienso en personas así, yo diría que una persona, maybe just one
Two.
somebody, yeah. We're not family. We not talk about family because me close to my family.
Yeah, I was
Bad.
thinking family, but I didn't.
No.
Yeah, I could have said some family members, but let's just keep it strictly friends. Maybe
Yeah.
2 people. I can ring them anytime. They will
Yeah.
always listen to me moaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And if you know something come out, even if you're wrong, them are gonna tell you say you're wrong, but them are still dip on your side because they've got you like that. They're not afraid to say, look, you're wrong, but I'm here for you.
And those ones are the ones who, if they pull me up about something, I'm not gonna snap and cut them off, because you're at that level where it's like, okay, you get a pass because you are in that inner circle. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But other people, they're gonna get snatched. So
yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Some people have priorities. Yeah.
Too much fun and company no good. True, yeah. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it in Spanish. I'm gonna say it in Spanish because me don't want for my sister come kill me. But
Okay.
para mí, mi madre y mi hermano, pasa lo que pasa en esta vida, ellos siempre están ahí, día y noche. Si les llamo a esas 2 personas, me van a devolver la llamada para ver si estoy bien. Si alguna cosa, cualquier cosa, sé que estén ahí. O sea, siempre me contestan la llamada. Y tengo una familia enorme. Pero esas 2 personas, yo sé que me emociono. Porque es que es un vínculo muy, muy, muy especial. Y luego la gente lo critica y dice, no, pero es que vosotros tal, y siempre estáis en un plan de... Pero claro, tú tratas a las personas como te tratan a ti. No puedes querer que estoy ahí, no puedes querer que yo estoy ahí siempre para ti, pero luego cuando yo te llamo, no me coges el teléfono, o se te mando un mensaje, no me contestas, solo me llamas cuando quieres algo. Entonces, es muy difícil, incluso dentro de la familia, encontrar eso que te quieren por ti porque te quieren de verdad. ¿Qué opinas?
Eso. No es la verdad. Voy a responder en inglés porque yo sé que hay alguna gente van a quejar. So yeah, sometimes you might have one or two people that you can depend on whenever, wherever. They're going to send you money. They're going to answer the phone whenever you're in trouble. They're not going to complain. And I've got a couple of people like that. Strictly friends. I mean, I'm not going to have other family members like that, but friend. Yeah, I've got two people who will listen to anything I say. Who will lend me money. Yeah, and it's really special. And it took me a very long time to find these two people, actually. Okay, I will say three. I'm not going to be bad mind to the other guy because sometimes I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But there is three, but two, like de la pura cepa, like true, who I can really depend on too.
Sí.
And one of them, we don't talk that often because he moved from London a long time ago and then he came back and then, but it's one of those friendships where, okay, you don't speak for a long time, but it's like yesterday,
Yeah.
And then the other one, I talk to her like the other girl, I talk to her every day, So, different relationships, but sometimes doesn't matter about the frequency of communication, it can still hold the same value.
Absolutely. And I think especially this year, or last year rather,
the last 2 years.
And I know.
Yeah.
Hemos podido comprobar quién de verdad está ahí para nosotros. Y no quiero decir para dar, porque yo creo que la amistad no es dar y dar y dar, es simplemente estar y mostrar que tú de verdad quieres a esa persona, ¿no? Y a veces cojo el teléfono y llamo a una persona que a lo mejor no he visto en 2 años o 3 años, pero si pienso en ti y si me conoces, if you know me and you know say this is true. If me I think about you or you run across my mind, me I pick up the phone and me I call you because I just, if my spirit take for call you, me I call you. And that, me love that. Me love when somebody out of blue just call me and say, look, Keisha. Oh yes, me know that name Keisha. You didn't know that.
Boy, expose yourself, the man. Watch out.
God have mercy.
Exposure. Inform yourself, all right? She inform herself.
Una cosa de los jamaicanos. Yes. We always have two names. Los jamaicanos siempre tenemos dos nombres, ¿ok? Un nombre oficial, ¿vale? Que es Carrie Ann Francis. That's my name. Pleasure to meet you. Absolutely. And then Keisha, I name where everybody will go to school with me know. Keisha, I name where them call me when me around my family, Keisha. So if you just found out something very personal, okay? Me llamo Keisha.
They call it your pet's name. They call it pet name, actually.
Yeah. What your pet name and what your government name? You have government name and pet name?
It's funny because I wasn't given one because normally the grandparents gave it to everyone, but I wasn't given a pet name. So they just said my name in the Jamaican accent.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to be a little bit expose here. So, oh my God, I've explained my real name before on my channel. So my first real name is Julian. Okay.
Oh.
So Julian. They just call me. Yeah. So I'm also well-to-do, darling.
Oh, darling.
Very old-fashioned, traditional.
Absolutely.
So my grandparents, they say Julian like that. Julian,
come here,
Julian. Yeah, exactly.
Julian.
And then in Spanish, my name is also Spanish, so I love it when I hear my name spoken in Spanish accent. So Julian.
¿Dónde estás, Julian?
Exactly. And then at one point, another family member, they used to call me Julan. Like they just used to cut out like a couple letters, Julan, which was a bit interesting. Yeah. Julan.
Julian.
Yeah. But Tyrone is my middle name. This is like my name you know, because like you said, everyone's got another name that people. No one
Yeah,
ever gave me a nickname, so I said I'm just going to use my middle name as my
yeah,
social media name, as my friend's name, and it got to a
yeah,
point where I tried to use it officially, and then it messed me up because you had to show your passport, and it said, "But who's
yeah,
Tyrone?" Or, and I'm like, "It is my middle name." No, 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 sir. You need to use your first government name, your Christian
yeah.
name. I was like, "Damn."
Oh,
So
darn it.
and I got to a point where people called me Julian. I actually felt a bit weird because all my at work, at friends, everyone was saying Tyrone, Tyrone, Tyrone. So I
Yeah,
almost separated myself from my actual Christian name.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I just feel like, you know, my friends, you know, obviously my subscribers, you know, it's a different relationship. It's like I feel like when people call me Tyrone, for me, it's more. I chose that name and I chose to let you call me that name. So for
yeah,
me, it's almost like my special name because I
yeah,
chose to be called
yes,
that, you know?
yes.
So
See,
I'm not necessarily hiding my real Christian name. It's just, you know, okay, I call myself Tyrant and I want you to know me like that. So it's our
yeah,
special connection.
absolutely.
So
And
yeah.
because there are parts of you that you reveal to certain people. For
Mm,
example, at work, I've never told anyone at work that my
mm,
name was Keisha because I didn't really want to be addressed like that. It's like it's a personal thing, you know. If I'm
yeah,
walking
yeah.
down the road, down the street, for example, and I hear Keisha, like I know it's somebody
You
that's close
know,
to me,
yeah.
yes, and who
Mm.
knows me on un nivel más íntimo. Entonces, si me estás
Sí,
diciendo
más
Keisha es porque me
profundo.
conoces más exactamente. Mientras, si me dices Carrie o Carrie Ann, because my name is Carrie Ann with an Ann,
Mm, yeah,
if you call me Carrie Ann, I
you know
know
you're in trouble.
yeah, it's like
But
Carrie Ann,
did your mum,
Carrie Ann Francis.
did your parents usually call you the Kerry or the other one, Keisha?
Everyone in my family, todos me dicen Keisha, menos except my father. My father's always called me Kerry. So it was always a term of
Mm,
endearment. It was always very special. I was like, you know, daddy's little girl, come here, Kerry.
yeah.
Or when they were nice, they wanted to be nice to me or they're trying to butter me up, they'd say, Kerry. And yeah,
Oh,
but
really?
Keisha.
Oh,
Yeah, Keisha.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yes, Keisha. Do you know what that
Yeah.
name was?
It's not,
I feel as though,
it's very traditional.
but I feel as though it has a bad reputation. They're always talking negatively about Keishas. You've not heard
I
that?
mean, Keisha, it's not the worst name out there. Yeah. There are
Well,
more like stereotypical names. Maybe they're talking
yeah,
about black stereotypical names. Maybe it's
yeah,
that sort of conversation.
maybe.
Yeah.
But no, there was enough Keisha when me I grew up. Um, La Earl said,
Ooh,
my son
Merino.
Merino. Ah, okay, Merino.
That's
Hmm,
nice.
sí me gusta. Me ha hecho pensar en Moreno. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. A ver,
I never heard that before.
what is that? What she said? Name suits you well, chameleon. Yes, for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
My story basically is like the life of a chameleon, like changing here, changing there.
yeah,
But
yeah. An interesting line. I love that.
mm,
Um, oh, tell us, Kiki. ¿Qué significa Kishi en los Estados Unidos? ¿Qué significa? Kisha, a ver si es diferente. Eh, porque en Jamaica hay un
um,
youtuber que hace unos vídeos graciosísimos. I can't remember his name, but he's always saying, "Oh, Keisha, give me bun. Keisha, wicked. Keisha, bad." Every time he does something
uh,
about a bad woman, it's always a Keisha. I get offended. I
right.
feel offended for all
Oh
the
no.
Keishas in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, she says that it's considered a hood name. Okay, it's the ghetto, is it?
Well, sounds similar then to
Yeah,
Jamaican
it's quite similar.
stereotype. Yeah.
Okay, I shall be the ghetto Keisha. It's okay. It's all right. We're ghetto. We accept that.
But at least the people who call you that, they have a genuine like cariño, I think, you know, like it comes from a good place. So I don't think you will experience that kind of horrible stereotype name, because your name's protected with your inner circle.
I think a long time ago, Keisha was just a common pretty name, and it just turned. I think one Keisha did something y lo arruinó para todas las Keishas del mundo.
Exacto, claro, yeah.
It just appeared. Okay, Marino, I think you're going back. Okay. Read that for me. I think I'm reading all of them. Sorry.
Actually, there was a whole Twitter war talking down on Black American names like Felicia, Keisha, Tanisha. Felicia is a famous name. I think it came from like a movie or a soap opera. Felicia. And then I think it was like a character in a black program. And then people started saying "Bye, Felicia." So you say that when you're trying to diss someone, like "Bye, Felicia," like you don't know what you're talking about, or get out of it or something.
Yeah. Listen.
You say it's a hater.
I disagree. I had Tanisha. I had two English, and by English I mean Caucasian, Tanishas in my class when I was teaching in secondary school in England. I had one Tanisha who, okay, let's not talk about her. And then the other was quite pleasant. But it's really strange. So I think now it's not even ghetto. It's quite, English people are using it. So it's perhaps a little bit more universal than Keisha. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Tanisha. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. We don't know. No, not ghetto. It's more mischievous. Yeah. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Wow, tu gramática, tu fácil. ¿Lees eso? ¿Qué pone?
Wow, maybe gramática, tu facilidad. How can we translate that to English?
I think it's saying your grammar, tu facilidad, maybe the ease, perhaps. We don't know where that one is. I'm sorry.
Can you write that one in English, please?
Please.
Write that comment in English.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. No lo he explicado. Okay. Yeah, that's what we were saying. Lo que estábamos diciendo antes es que cuando, por ejemplo, creces con un dialecto o un idioma como el Patwa, en tu casa lo oyes, entonces es como algo que haces con naturalidad, ¿no? You just start doing it because it's just what you've always heard. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's like if you meet someone and you know that they understand Patwa, it just pops out and you don't have to think sin pensar, you know.
Yeah.
And and then obviously you can still learn new words or you can correct things that you may have been saying wrong the whole time. But it's just a vibe. The vibe, whoever you're with, the vibe changes how you speak. So
yeah, it's true. You know, Tyrone, talking about vibes, when I'm in Bristol, I have some cousins who they're not even first cousins, which is so weird. We actually our grandmothers were sisters. Que descansen. Pero eran hermanas, nuestras abuelas. Pero tenemos una cercanía y es it's the vibe, you know. When I'm there, I think it's the Jamaicanness as well. When you're there, all the people come out and them start, God, Keisha, you're brawling, eh? But it's like it comes out when I'm there and your personality changes. My personality changes when I'm around my cousins because I feel like there's just a little bit of Jamaica. En Bristol, cuando estoy en su casa es como si estuviese en Jamaica. Entonces mi personalidad se cambia. Entonces, dependiendo de lo que estaba haciendo antes, dependiendo con quién estoy o el ambiente o cómo me estoy sintiendo, me sale una cosa, otra.
Sí.
Entonces, ¿estás de acuerdo o no?
¿Piensas que cuando estás en tu moda jamaiquina, estás un poco más alta, un poco más colorado? No sé cómo expresarlo, pero ¿entiendes?
Sí. Cuando estás con tu gente, te sientes más relajado, te sientes más tú, ¿no? Porque mucha gente del trabajo, han llegado a decir que yo soy muy seria y que no sonrío mucho y que muchas cosas. Y luego pienso y digo, ni soy seria, ni soy fría, pero yo creo que there's a certain formality. I'm quite formal when I'm at work, I think. And I wouldn't say standoffish, but I think it's being professional. And as I've said, I do speak in a different way when I am at work. And if I don't know you, I do tend to speak a little bit slower, a little bit
That's
more.
exactly what I said in the beginning about myself.
Yes,
it's the professional part.
Absolutely.
The conocidos. What is conocidos in English? Conocidos is like acquaintances.
Acquaintances, eso es.
And then you have like your whatever, your friends, your family.
Friends and family, yes.
At least 3 different ways of speaking, at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
this is the problem. Some people don't know how to switch. They say code switching in America. Like some people don't know how to switch between those modes. And it's sometimes embarrassing. So yeah, it's a skill, I guess, as well.
You will always special. If you can't do it, me know say Tan Linda can do it too, because me here I talk some stush English and me here I talk Patwa too. So me know say she can do it.
Yeah.
Weird. She's going back. What is she saying?
Oh, the barbershop film. Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't think I've actually watched it, but I remember seeing clips, they spread it around social media.
Yeah, you must see. I love barbershop.
That's where the By Felicia comes from.
Oh, okay.
Ironically, Tyrone seems like a black name, but it's actually, I believe it's Irish, actually. There is a county in Ireland called Tyrone.
Okay.
Imagine that. But black people snatched
it up. Yes,
Yeah.
Ireland. When I remember saying to someone once, yeah, my name is Kerry, and she was like, oh, like the county in Ireland. I'm like, there's a place in Ireland called Kerry. Yeah.
I literally just remembered as you said it.
We're both places.
Yeah.
We're both places. Imagine that. Love that.
Yeah, thanks, Kiki, for that. Yeah.
Yeah. ¿Lo lees tú? Okay.
Okay, translate that one for us.
Okay. I repeat with all respect that grammar, that capability, a hug. Un abrazo para ti también. Massive hug. Okay, gracias.
Excellent. Muy bien, gracias.
Gracias. Let's visit. We can Brocco.
Where is Hugo from? What country is Hugo from?
Hugo, ¿de qué país vienes?
Porque su apellido parece como alacrán.
Alacrán.
Oh, no, alacrán es un animal, ¿no? ¿Es un animal?
No sé. ¿Alacrán?
Is it a crab?
No, it's not a crab. Crab es un cangrejo.
Okay. Oh, cangrejo, lo siento, Dios mío.
¿De dónde viene tu nombre, Hugo? No sé si sigues en el live, pero ¿qué significa?
Es Marruecos. Tal vez es Marruecos.
Yeah. Brocco, tango, and bad. Yes. Brocco means lots of things, but yeah, it just means
Brocco.
Brocco. No, Brocco. Mom, don't be watching it.
Yeah.
They made me say it.
What's the words of that song? Is that one of those bad songs?
No, I just made it up.
Oh, it sounds like one of those old time songs. Old dancehall songs.
No. Do you know who I used to love when I was younger? Buju Banton. I was constantly singing his songs when no one was listening because it come from a very, very religious family. You know, eran muy cristianos y no podías cantar canciones así de lo que consideraban, pues, no gospel, que no era muy gospel. Así que,
Porque
Brock
siempre cantaban sobre cosas de barbaridad, you know, o
eso es.
cosas sucias.
Sí, como Brock out, mean, te
Skin
portas
out.
mal, te relajas.
Yeah.
Que eso me ha gustado muchísimo. Vale, una palabra mientras seguimos esto y yo creo que no voy a tener más. Lickle.
Okay.
Give me lickle now. Lickle. Creo que no hicimos eso. Lickle.
No.
Like
Just means
lickle.
little, doesn't it?
Lickle, just like that. Lickle.
Little.
Lickle. 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 Give me lickle now.
Oh, it's scorpion. Okay, I was close.
Oh, alcar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Es un animalito venenoso. A poisonous animal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, there's a letter change though in his name.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alcaran. Pero que lo pongo aquí para que lo veamos mejor.
Okay, mil gracias por eso. Yeah. Sí, mi mente está trabajando un poquito. ¿No?
Muy bien. ¿Cómo es de Andalucía? Pero Alcaran. Okay.
Qué
Está muy
bien.
bien. Okay. So lickle. Give me lickle now. Lickle. We have to teach the people them some patois word, you know. Them not just die for the fun of it. Them have to learn lickle.
Yeah, exactly. Tan Linda, she wrote a small portion translates to, yeah.
Absolutely, yes. Lickle.
That's
little
correct,
bit.
yeah.
Give me lickle.
A little
now.
more.
Little more. Yes, like in a bit.
Yeah.
Later. Little more.
Mm.
Tenemos Angélica.
Angélica, ¿no?
Sí. Los veo. Desde el digo, saludos. Gracias por estar con nosotros.
Bienvenida.
Eso es. Nos da mucho gusto teneros aquí.
You too lie.
You too lie.
That's a good one, Kiki. I like that one.
You too lie. What
Kiki.
I didn't see that. Oh, okay. You too lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
In Spanish, you go on. You too lie. Translate that the wonderful way.
Oh my God. Eres un lie. What is lie again? Oh my God. Mentiroso. Eres un mentiroso. Yeah.
Demasiado mentiroso.
Can you say charlatán? Tal vez charlatán.
No, for lie?
¿O no?
No, también no hace eso. Chatterbox a charlatan. You chatterbox. Chat too much, like what we're saying, charlatan, chatterbox.
Yeah.
You too lie. Muy mentiroso. Eres demasiado mentiroso. Eres una mentira. ¿Es una canción o me he inventado? Es un mentiroso. ¿No?
Hay una canción de salsa que me gustan, pero siempre le olvido el nombre del cantante, pero la canción es como mentira, mentira. But I always forget the guy who sings it. It's so annoying.
No idea.
Maybe someone like Hector Lavoe or someone like that?
Ni idea. But me always
try
to sing and me can't sing. So me not go embarrass myself per line when I start sing when me no know if to sing. No sé cantar. No lo voy a hacer.
Yeah.
Okay. But
oh my God, yeah.
You have a saying that your mom always used to say to you? The Jamaican moms, as I'm sure American moms as well, or Spanish moms, they always have a saying that them always say to all I picnic them all over. Like if you say you're Jamaican and you say, tell me something your mother always said to you. It's like a phrase that them always use. What does your mom always used to say? Think about it. I'll share mine and then you can think about yours.
Okay.
Okay.
I used to hear sometimes Guan Sidong.
Guan sit down.
Guan Sidong. Yeah.
Guan sit down.
Do you put the G on the end or not? Maybe that's like a regional thing.
Sit down.
G
On sit down.
Sidong.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Sit
Do you say it
down.
like that? Or
I
Sidon
think
or
it's the same
Sidong?
NG sound as you would say it in English, actually. Sit down. Sit down. Go sit down. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think when
maybe.
you really, really mean it, you kind of really emphasize, you stress the G
I
at the
have.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Guan Sidong.
Go sit down. Mama want to go play.
What
Go
else?
sit down. Mama want to do this.
Or
Go sit down. Go and
yeah,
sit down.
do that. Tap your eyes. Tap your eyes.
Tapping eyes.
Tap your eyes.
Let's put that in the
Yeah.
chat. Tapping eyes. I like that. Tap.
Mm.
Tapping eyes or denies? Denies.
Ooh,
Tap
depends. I
denies.
would say tap the eyes.
Tap denies. In Spanish?
Cállate.
Be
Or
quiet, Julia. Be
cállate la
quiet.
boca. Yeah.
It sounds so rude, doesn't it? It sounds really rude when you translate. Tapping eyes.
Yeah.
Like my mom always says, used to say, I'm a grown adult now. She doesn't say these things to me anymore. But what ya Balfa? You want something for Balfa? I don't know if your mom ever used that.
Yeah, my mum said that, but in the English way, not in the Jamaican way.
Oh, okay. What
So
does
she
it mean?
said, "Do you want me to give you something to cry about?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you crying? Do you want me to give you something to cry about? She would say it like that, and that's when you
What ya
were quiet.
Balfa?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Okay. Absolutely.
Tappy nice. Actually, Tan Linda, yeah, she wrote it how I would normally say it. Tappy nice.
Tapping eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes in Patwa, the E, you can substitute it for a D because E
Yeah.
and D means it or the.
Mhm.
Yeah, the noise denies.
Yes.
Denies,
Mhm.
it's the same. So different
Yeah.
regions, the same thing.
Mm.
Para con el ruido. ¿Okay? Deja de hacer ruido. Ya está.
Hagan silencio.
Silencio. Callaros.
Yeah.
Dad said, don't make me
Cállense.
no noise. British. Okay. Dad said, don't make me racket. Okay. Don't make a racket. Stop making a racket. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very British. Okay. I don't know why I thought La Earl was South American. So yeah.
Maybe the name.
You know your book like your this song. Okay. You know your book like you know this song. Achoo. when last you skim. Okay. Achoo.
I think
Like
I
when you are
understand what
around.
that means.
You,
Yeah.
you know when you did there sing a song and I broke out. I bet Linda did there broke out.
Yeah.
You know your book like you know the song because when you're there singing a song, your mom will probably ask you, "Do you know your book? Do you know your lesson as well as you know that song?"
Yeah. Have you done your homework or yeah, it's like that.
Yeah. I like that.
Oh my god. It's funny because I saw the other day there was one about Facebook. It was an African woman and she said, what is this Facebook? You need to face your book.
I love that.
The girl was on the phone for hours and I'm on Facebook. You need to go and face your book. Go and face your book.
Tu libro, hombre. Facebook. ¿Qué es el Facebook?
I love it. Exactly.
Kiki? What's Kiki saying?
Parents say the same things but in different languages. Yeah, I've come to find that as well actually.
Es verdad.
Cross-cultural.
Sí. If you knew them books that you knew them song, you'd have straight A's.
That's the American way. The American sounds like.
I love like American the way they make everything sound. So yeah. Mom said, "Oi, Londoner, oi. Do it. You're
true,
from London. How do you say that?
Yeah.
Pronounce it.
I haven't heard it in a long time, but back in the day, people would shout "oi," and it's just like you or yeah, literally it's the same.
Oh, okay.
It's very funny actually. Oi. But it's considered rude. You cannot address adults like that. Yeah, don't say oi to an adult. You need to say excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, saying I used to find that quite weird actually, because people talk to you and they say oye, like you don't have a name. Oye. Do you find out in where you live? Or maybe it's a Manchego thing.
No. Do you know when some people say mira, like instead of saying mira, when you're kind of like changing direction of the conversation, or you're about to defend yourself in a conversation, they would say oye.
Oye.
You know, like
okay.
we do it in English as well. Sometimes say, listen, it wasn't like that. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Something like
that. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So yes, my initials. Yeah, I did think that.
LAR. Okay.
When last the Bible leave. Everything always goes back to religion, doesn't it? And your Bible. You know your Bible?
When last just give Bible leave? I think I've heard it. Yeah, I've never used that, but I think I've heard it before. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, mothers.
That's
what
nice.
we go to. No, but like my mom actually, she doesn't like to catch your attention. My mom doesn't like to I don't think she's the typical Jamaican mother, because I think she spent more time in England, really, and she's you know, we were saying before that sometimes you lose a little bit of what is your roots. I wouldn't say linguistically she has, because she sounds more Jamaican than I do. But ways, you know, ways of behaving, perhaps, you know, she wasn't as strict as, say, my aunts que viven en Jamaica, que tienen otra manera de ver la vida, ¿no? De criar a sus hijos. Pero sí, al final, nada, hemos
Pero
hablado.
tu madre tiene una voz más, ella sabe cómo cambiar su voz, por ejemplo, telephone manner, o siempre habla la misma melodía. ¿Sí o no?
La cambia, la voz se la cambia, ¿no? Se le cambia la voz, pero siempre notas ese acento caribeño. Siempre lo notas. Y es raro, porque es una mezcla de acento caribeño mezclado con acento de Wiltshire, porque ella nació en Somerset, que está al lado de Wiltshire, y ha pasado la mayor parte de su vida ahí. Pero aún así retiene, porque ha pasado mucho tiempo en Jamaica también, ¿vale? La mayoría de su vida en Inglaterra, pero unos años, cuando nací yo, estuvo en Jamaica. Así que, sí, eso se queda contigo. Y hay gente que no pierde su acento nunca. Don't you reckon that people whose accents just never change?
Some people don't want it to change. Some people say, I love the way my voice sounds in that language. Some people are like, I hate my accent in that language. Like me personally, I stay trying to not sound British when I speak Spanish. I actually hate it. So, yeah, I don't know where my accent is on the spectrum, but it's definitely not a British accent in Spanish.
No, háblame un rato en español. Háblame un rato, porque es que a mí me encanta tu acento. Porque yo creo que no es, desde luego, no es inglés, no es británico. No dirías que eres de Inglaterra. No me suena tu acento a un inglés, inglés. No lo oigo.
Un poco de andaluz, de Almería. Tenéis un par de reaños con
un par.
¿Qué significa reaños, esa palabra?
Ni idea. Clarifica, por favor. Estamos aquí para aprender.
Is he basically saying that we have southern accents? Is that what he's trying to say in general?
Y frenarme un poco de andaluz de Almería. Tenés un par de reaños con un par. Es que estamos perdidos, no entendemos esa expresión, y como estamos aquí para aprender, por favor, ponlo ahí abajo para que aprendamos algo nuevo
I think
ahora.
he's trying to say that we have like a southern Spanish accent. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Ah, really?
I think.
I think perhaps my accents mix up like me talk everything and do everything else in my life. Mix up. You can't place me nowhere. Puede ser que es una
Yeah.
mezcla de muchas cosas.
Sí, eso.
Posiblemente, no lo sé.
Posibilidad.
¿No? Sabes, cuando estudiaba, había una mujer mayor en mi clase en la universidad, ¿no? Y todo el rato hablaba así. Y yo recuerdo que mi profesor decía, por favor, no hables así porque suenas muy inglesa. Y la mujer, todo el curso hablando así. I think she did that deliberately. What's the point? If you're learning a new language, if you're not going to try and copy and imitate.
It's horrible, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Don't worry, Taryn, you don't do that. And I don't think I do that either.
Sometimes I do have videos from like 7 years ago, and I listen and I do cringe because I find myself correcting myself. I'm listening to myself speak, and I'm verbally correcting myself on the video, and I'm like, I can't believe I had this like released on in the world. But it's good because you can look back and see how far you've come.
Absolutely.
And I could hear a little bit of that. Yo hablo español. Like I could hear a little bit of that back in the day. But from the beginning, I really tried to lose that. So, you know.
Yo creo que nunca vamos a ser perfectos y tampoco estamos intentando ser perfectos. Entonces, hay veces que alguna palabra te va a escapar y te va a sonar más inglés, ¿no? Porque hay veces que estoy hablando y digo una palabra que digo, madre mía, eso suena muy, pero muy inglés. ¿No?
Sí.
Pero claro, una frase entera no voy a hacer. ¿Es así?
Vale. Sí, depende en el contexto o, depende, Sí, todo, yeah.
I feel your turn for read one.
Sois geniales y perdóname, es la misma.
Sorry.
Reaños dentro de ti.
Okay, reaños dentro de ti.
Pero reaños, esa palabra no entiendo, reaños.
I think it means dentro de ti.
I know años, but not reaños.
That. Okay, I actually love word reference. I'm going to put, but I think that's what it means, dentro de ti.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just really colloquial.
Maybe.
No, it's not in the dictionary.
Let's go to Google Translate.
Yeah. Uf, los andaluces son muy difíciles de entender, ¿no?
Sí, esos que dicen, pero no quiero dar, una... Reaños.
Sí. No, Tania, tan linda. Pena, tengo familiares en Murcia. Quiero decir, familia de mi pareja. Y cuando se ponen a hablar, when they start talking, I switch off. I switch off because I don't know what they're saying. And if they're speaking to each other, so two people from Murcia speaking, I'm like, I don't know what they're saying. They're speaking way too fast. They don't pronounce all the letters in a word. And I struggle. So probably the accent I find the most difficult is the accent from Murcia, to be honest.
Okay.
What about you, Tyrone? Which accent do you struggle with, or have you passed the struggle?
For me, I don't really... It could be like the situation where people knew I was foreign and so they didn't go... maybe they spoke a bit clearer for me because I can't really think of situations where I really, really struggled to understand anyone while I've been here. So maybe they're just, foreigner, so I'm just going to speak a bit clearer or, The only time I really had an issue was on the phone. I still have issues understanding people on the phone. That's my only real issue at the moment. So I need more practice with listening to Spanish on the phone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I think it's everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. El acento cuál. See, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who's struggling with the Murcia. Yeah. It's like going to England. Si te vas a Inglaterra y te vas a un sitio como, no sé, Inglaterra no, del Reino Unido, y te vas, por ejemplo, a algún rincón de Escocia y se pone a hablar contigo, que no te
Eso es
enteras.
muy extremo. I said Manchester, you said Scotland. I was like, okay, let's just go all the way to the end.
No, but I said Scotland because I had a teacher, Kenny Pierce. I'd never forgotten him. I've never forgotten him because he made an impact, I think, on my life. He was from Scotland. And I remember the first day he walked in and he said, he greeted us and he said something. And we all sort of looked at each other.
Wow.
And looked at him and looked at each other again. We had no idea what he was saying at all. But luckily he was just pulling our legs and he didn't really speak like that all the time.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
thank God. Yeah.
but you know, sorry?
Good thing he had a sense of humor, because you can imagine the amount of times he's had to deal with that, you know.
Yeah, I know. And you know, I don't know if this happens to you, because British people have a pretty bad rep. Okay, aquí me dicen siempre que los británicos que son súper desagradables porque hacen como que no entienden cuando los españoles hablan en inglés. Entonces, cuando una persona me dice algo y no entiende lo que están diciendo, es como que me da mucha vergüenza decir que, si, por ejemplo, si no lo he entendido la primera vez, me cuesta mucho decir, ¿lo puedes repetir 2 o 3 veces? ¿Sabes lo que te digo? Porque yo creo que es una cosa cultural, creo. ¿Tú tienes eso? Que no quieres decir qué, por si piensan que estás siendo un poco idiota. ¿Sabes lo que te digo o no?
Sí. Es que tal vez bueno, no tal vez, por cierto o por seguro, yo soy una persona muy orgullosa.
Sí.
Y a veces cuando están hablando conmigo y no entiendo una palabra o dos, intentaré a escuchar los temas de la conversación para saber qué dijeron antes, ¿entiendes?
Sí,
Pero a veces puedes perder cosas o cosas importantes en el frase.
Sí. Claro.
Y es como, okay, you know. So a veces hay una palabra instrumental, fundamental, que no supieras y pierdas lo todo. So, yeah, da un poco de vergüenza, pero poco a poco no vas a aprender. Y cuando escuchas la misma palabra siempre de nuevo, o si tienes tiempo para buscar en the dictionary, puedes aprender después en silencio, en secreto.
Es verdad.
Hay trucos para sobrevivir, ¿sabes?
Sí.
Yeah.
A ver, lee tú, por favor.
Tan linda. Yo vivo en Málaga y no puedo contar cuántas veces me perdí. Es una conversación. Okay, so basically that means she lives in Málaga, but there's countless times that she was lost. In the conversation, yeah. Oh my God. How long have you been living there, Tan Linda? Let's wait for her response. And someone, Hugo, says, no te pillo, Kerry. Oh, so he's asking you if you understood what he meant.
The
previous phrase he sent.
Which was what? ¿Qué quieres decir con un inglés que habla en España? ¿Qué quieres decir? ¿Con un inglés? ¿Qué quieres decir? ¿Con un inglés que habla en España? No. Quiero decir, ¿vale? Porque yo tengo un alumno, por ejemplo, que dice que cuando va a Inglaterra e intenta expresarse en inglés, se siente súper agobiado, porque siempre dicen, ¿qué? No te entiendo, porque a lo mejor pronuncia una cosa un poco diferente y la gente no tiene la paciencia o no quieren entenderle. Eso es lo que estaba intentando decir,
Al
¿no?
menos dos cosas.
Sí. Que puede haber gente que lo hace a propósito. Entonces, lo que estaba yo diciendo es que a mí me da muchísima vergüenza cuando alguien me dice algo en inglés y no le entiendo a la primera, porque me siento como si estoy haciendo algo mal, porque quiero entender y no quiero que esa persona se sienta, pues, incómoda hablando conmigo, porque no quiere que piense, es que es de allí y son un poco, ¿sabes? Porque no es así. Pero yo creo que los ingleses tienen una fama de eso. Creo que con
Sí,
eso explico.
más que
¿Qué
menos, sí. Um,
te ha contestado tan linda, creo?
5 años, 5 years. Okay, that's a long time to live in Malaga. Yeah,
Nunca he
I'm
estado.
2 years in my city, so I'm almost there.
Okay.
Yeah,
¿Cuánto tiempo llevas aprendiendo español, Tyrone?
I don't know. Maybe 7 years.
Pues
But
no tanto.
I never had a teacher, so it was very inconsistent self-learning. So
Ya. No, es diferente porque es más difícil. Es
yeah.
que yo aprendí en secundaria y luego hice una carrera en español, o sea, estudié el español en la universidad, porque claro,
Mm.
quería utilizar el idioma luego. Entonces, me siento muy orgullosa de ti, porque hablas muy bien por no haber estudiado y
Oh,
7 años no.
no, yes, because this is the problem as well. Like when you learn by yourself, sometimes you might make mistakes and it becomes a habit, and sometimes you learn mistakes.
Absolutely.
And it's always good to have a native or someone who is fluent, because there's some grumbling about native and fluent,
Yeah.
to correct you so that you don't continue, that bad
Making
habit.
those. Absolutely.
Mm,
Okay. Estoy
yeah.
súper incómoda. Estoy en una silla que no es nada cómoda, pero
Mm.
ya ves. Ok. Sí. 5 años no está mal. Ni voy a decir cuánto tiempo llevo aquí, porque son muchos. Ya necesito un poco de cultura. Necesito volver a casa. No sé si tienes esa sensación tú, Tyrone. ¿Echas de menos? Do you miss home? Do you miss home at the moment?
I went there 2 Christmases ago.
Oof.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Mhm.
There are small things that I miss,
Okay.
not big things, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
certain foods, drinks, yeah.
Yeah.
And with the maravilla de redes sociales, you can
Yeah.
see your friends, speak to your friends en vivo, like in directo. So it's easier now. I think if I moved here 10, 15 years ago, maybe I would have had more homesickness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And do
Um,
you? Okay. Perdón. Sorry.
no, it's fine. I was just
What
Yeah.
about your Jamaican side? Because for me, the food is important. Do you have any access to Jamaican food? Do you make it? ¿Cocinas comida jamaicana ahí donde estás? ¿En Valencia?
Until now, I haven't discovered any Caribbean at all, not even Jamaican. I haven't seen any Caribbean restaurant or supermarket.
Okay.
I season my food, but I've been told by family that it's not de la pura cepa. I mean, there's flavor, but it's not like quintessentially Jamaican.
Jamaican, right?
Do you know what I mean? But maybe
Yeah.
Jamaican, some people.
Jamaican.
But yeah, you heard that phrase before.
Yes.
Yeah.
They use it a lot in England to refer to people who are. Actually, you explain it, because
We
what's a
might have a different
Jamaican?
normally it's for people who aren't Jamaican who pretend to be Jamaican. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a native that's been living away for a long time. I would say it's for people who pretend to be Jamaican, period. You know?
Yeah.
People that are not of the culture, but they're just culturally appropriating.
Yeah. Absolutely. Funnily enough, at university, I remember some boys calling me Jamaican. And I was like, well, why would I pretend to be something I am not? Te tengo que explicar dónde nací, dónde nacieron mis abuelos. Tengo que darte toda esa información para que, it's like you're always constantly having to explain yourself, why you talk the way you talk, why you don't talk a certain way that you're expected to talk. And it's a constant thing, do you not think?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then, they do kind of, other people who are more in the culture than you will then put you down and say that, you're watered down or you're just whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no, my circumstances have, given me the accent that I have.
Absolutely.
If I've been traveling a lot or associating with a different ethnicity or culture, then I may take on some of those characteristics, but it doesn't take away the soul, the spirit, the blood.
Absolutely. And oh my gosh, we've been on for so long. We've been on for nearly 2 hours. I think.
Oh my God, where's the timer? Oh my God, it says 1 hour 42 minutes.
Oh my gosh, I think we're going to end.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Gracias por
maybe we have
estar.
to end it actually. Yeah. No, maybe we should end it soon. I don't know. If everyone's having a good time, say I.
Hey.
One love. Hey.
Para ti.
Oh, no. Eso, los 5 años es de la chica de Málaga. Pero yo tengo 2 años. 2.
Okay. 2 años viviendo.
Yeah.
Qué poco. Pocos años.
¿Quién era tan linda? La chica tan linda en los comentarios. 5 años en Málaga.
Yeah. I'm glad you met each other. Yo también.
Yeah.
Me
Honestly.
too. Yeah. Me not think nothing in this world by accident. If me meet you, because me didn't mean to meet you. So the time just wasn't right before, that's all.
It's very difficult to get provisions here, and certain things like Aki, say that again, and Ray and nephew.
Ray and nephew.
I read Ray and I was like, what is Ray? Is it a type of fish? And then I saw and nephew. I was like, oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Ese es nuestro ron jamaicana.
Sí.
Jamaicano. Ron. Sí.
Yeah, I really want some Aki and saltfish. Oh.
Okay. ¿Tú sabes una cosa que preparo mucho?
What?
Preparo mucho oxtail, que es un plato típico de Jamaica. Rabo de toro. Rabo de toro a lo jamaicano. Yeah, I make that a lot, and Spanish people seem to love it. My Spanish friends love that. So I tend to make that a lot.
That's amazing. So, yeah.
Absolutely. ¿Tú cuántos llevas en España? No sé
Actually, I
si es
don't
para...
think you gave us your años. You just said a very long time.
Okay.
You.
Porque esto es mucho. Os voy a decir, ¿ok? Yo, porque luego vais a saber que soy muy mayor, ¿ok? Vine
Oh,
la primera vez en el año 2000 de Erasmus. Ojo, estudiando el español en la universidad, te obligan a ir a un país donde se habla español. Entonces, la universidad donde tenía que ir estaba en Ecuador. Tenía que ir a Ecuador con mi amigo, mi
oh
compañero
my
de
God.
clase, pero siendo difícil, en el último momento dije que no iba a ir. Entonces, mi tutor me dijo, te estás portando fatal y no estoy para tus tonterías. Being a teenager, you know, he's like, you're going to my hometown, you're going to Spain. So, en el año 2000, hace 20 años, vine aquí para hacer Erasmus en la universidad. Pero no estuve ningún rato. O sea, vine obligada y 2 semanas después estuve fuera. Me fui a Nueva York porque conocí a un chico de Nueva York. Estuve todo el año en Nueva York en vez de aquí. Horrible. No le digáis a mi
Wow.
madre. Menos mal que estoy hablando en español, ¿eh? Entonces,
Sí, yeah.
cuando acabé la universidad, me di cuenta de que hablaba fatal y no entendía nada. Entonces, claro, aunque había graduado, volví para perfeccionar un poco. Llevo así 20 años. Vengo a España, vuelvo a casa. I go back to England. Vuelvo a Inglaterra, estoy ahí 2, 3 años, vuelvo a España. Voy y vengo, voy y vengo, y así mi vida. Así que
Wow.
llevo 20 años yendo y viniendo. Así que ya son muchos
Okay.
años.
Yeah.
Esa es muy larga.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. For you?
There are some amazing Caribbean food bloggers on YouTube. You can sit in their kitchens and soak it up. Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the amazing thing about YouTube. Actually, you can just go anywhere in the world, and if they're even doing live videos like we are, you're there, you know. So that is
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah. Okay. I hate blaccent. If English speak to me with Jamaican accent, I blank them. Sorry. Long story. I hear you.
I'm sure.
Because you can tell if someone's Jamaican or I mean, I don't mind, but whenever an English person has tried to speak to me in Patwa, it's just, I feel as though es como una manera burlona, ¿no? Que no es muy sincero. Así que
Sí, yeah. Rabo de toro is toro, no? Rabo de toro is very popular here, but it's cooked different seasoning.
Yeah.
Oh, she's in Malaga, so it will have a different flavor. Okay.
Okay. Chicos, when this is over, vamos a tener una reunión jamaicana y yo voy a llevar el rabo de toro.
Yeah.
You can bring that here.
Amazing. Yeah. Can you cook rice and peas as well? The kidney beans?
Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah, go ask me that, Tyrone. Oh, yeah, go ask me
I've
that.
never cooked it, though. I just cook white rice. I've never made rice and peas before. Any type of rice and peas.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Black eyed peas, kidney beans.
Okay, no, it's easy. Just make sure you don't forget to put the coconut milk in, okay? ¿Me vale? Léelo tú.
Okay, let me look on the screen. Me vale como se dice con que tú quedas CPN.
¿Con qué te, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Con qué te quedas? Yeah.
Okay.
Pues aquí. Yeah. No, but sí, yo creo que, chicos, os vamos a abandonar pronto porque ya llevamos casi 2 horas hablando como si nada. Y in serio, Tyrone, I am so glad that I met you.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that you took time out of your life to be here with me today.
Yeah.
And whenever you want, I want to come to your channel. Please invite me over. We'll talk about whatever you want.
Definitely. What is Hugo
Yeah.
saying?
Oh, you go.
Hugo, ¿a ti no te gusta el rabo de toro? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué ha pasado?
Te prometo,
¿Tú tienes una historia con un rabo de toro?
os lo digo por favor, si pruebas el
Dios
rabo
mío.
jamaicano, eso es que me hice vegetariana, un año. Y la única carne que eché de menos era el rabo de toro. Así que está buenísimo para chuparte los dedos. Te lo prometo.
Sí.
Okay? I'll make it for you. Te lo voy a hacer. Ese plato te lo preparo. You will love it.
Yeah.
It is really good. Really
No
good.
tengas miedo, Hugo, okay?
I think we're going to have a cookout in the park somewhere and invite people. Jamaican Day. Día jamaicano. Vamos a cocinar.
Yeah. Se
Absolutely.
llama picnic también en español, picnic.
Sí,
Yeah.
picnic, pero Americans say cookout porque you cook. You cook. You have a fire and you cook.
Oh, that's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oxtail cut the navel string. Oh my God.
Explain that
That
to
sounds
us.
scary.
Cut my navel string. Cut my navel string. Tell me. Explica lo que significa tan linda. Cut my navel string. You know what a navel
That sounds
string is?
rough.
Your navel is your
Umbilical cord.
There you go, navel. Your navel string.
Is this an expression like she's like oxtail, cut me navel string, me now want that? Is it something like that?
That's why I was asking her to explain it because I'm not quite
This is
sure.
it feels like she's insulting the oxtail. I'm not sure if I'm correct.
Or maybe she said backs cover. Cut me navel string. I like backs cover. Me no know. Me don't know. Me no know. Explain that one there for me. Pone.
Go on, backside. Oh my God. No me busques más.
Que no, en serio, ¿eh? En serio, en serio. Hugo, en serio. Go on, Linda, tell me what you mean. Tell me what you mean.
My navel string.
Look how long we're there. We have to go to bed and go we had 11 o'clock.
Tengo que comer mi cena también. No he comido nada.
No he cenado.
Yeah.
Madre
Yo
Dios.
fui a la tienda y hablando con mi hermana también. Y de repente pasan las horas y ya estamos aquí.
Madre mía. Y
Pero
tenía
no
que llamar
preocupes
a mi
porque
padre.
tengo al menos yo comí, tengo una bolsa grande de, ¿cómo se llaman?
¿Eso qué es?
Mandarinas.
Ah, mandarinas. Ah, qué sano.
Yeah. Al
Qué
menos
sano.
yo he hecho 2.
Sí.
You know,
Es sano, pero
snacks, healthy snacks. Yeah.
está bien. No, pero tienes que cenar. Tienes que cenar porque
Claro.
si no, mal asunto.
Yeah. Pues aquí en España comen muy tarde, entonces esa hora no es desnormal, como dicen. No es una hora extraño.
No.
Sí, pero para los británicos es muy tarde.
Lo es.
Gracias a Dios que mañana es sábado, entonces no tengo que levantarme tan pronto.
Sí.
Pero bueno.
Yeah. No,
Y my
pero
accent's getting more like, you know. Mi accent es más suave.
No sé si haces esto. De todos modos, yo suelo dejar de comer a las 8. Hago, ¿cómo se llama? Ayuno. I fast. Ayuno.
Okay.
So normally I stop eating at 8. Okay. Normalmente dejo de comer a las 8 por las tardes, porque si no, es muy tarde para mí. Y el día siguiente, pues, cuando me dé tiempo. a la 1, a las 2, que es mucho
Yeah.
rato, pero hoy
Sí.
I messed it up, and so I'm going to have to eat when I finish because I'm starved. Tengo un
A late
hambre.
dinner.
Sí, que podría
Mhm.
comerme una vaca. I could eat a cow. Okay.
Or caballo. I could eat a horse or a cow.
Oh yeah, that's it. I
Yeah.
could eat a cow. I
In
could eat a cow
English, they
and a
normally
horse.
say eat a horse. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But en serio, Tyrone, yo creo que debemos de dejarlo ya, porque ya van acercando 2 horas y nada, que ya iremos hablando.
Sí.
Y
Esperemos por la próxima. De verdad.
sí, sí, sí. Y tan linda, te quiero mucho, pero lo digo en serio. Me love you like cook food because you always depend on yourself. I give me your support. What else me can ask for? What else a girl can ask for? Nothing else. Thank you for always being there always. And a friend I found in Tyrone, and
Yeah.
me not go call you Tyrese, you know. Every time me I talk about you, me always say the Tyrese. Me don't know Tyrese must be on my mind. Tyrese in my head.
Do you have some affiliation with that Tyrese boy? Is the Tyrese singer or some other Tyrese that nobody know about?
I'm most the
Some
Tyrese
private
singer.
Tyrese in your life.
I'm most him. So, muchas gracias, Hugo, por estar aquí con nosotros
Mil gracias,
también.
Hugo. Sí. Me
Y
encantan tus
todo
comentarios.
es verdad.
Muy
Es verdad.
atento.
Sí, 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 sí.
Perfecto. Sigues así.
Eso es. Y que los caribeños son los mejores. Well, es verdad. Es verdad. Molamos.
Yes, yes. Tenemos todo.
Sí, 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 sí.
AK.
Okidoki. Entonces, chicos, con eso vamos a decir que os queremos mucho. And hasta el próximo live. Yeah.
Yep.
Nos vamos.
Have a great night, guys. Thank you.
Good night. Good night. Thanks for being here with us. Mwah.
Chao, adiós, hasta luego. Buenas noches.
Adiós. Buenas noches. Adiós.